All right, guys, NXT Deadline is taking place this weekend on December 7th at the Armory. This is a very big time event for NXT, and NXT Deadline has actually become one of my favorite things that they do because of the Iron Survivor Challenge. This pay-per-view has 5 matches on the card. All 5 of them are ones that I'm actually extremely excited about, and I want to talk about it. We're going to give you guys my predictions, and I want to start off right away with a title change. That's right. Nathan Frazier and Axiom versus No Quarter Catch Crew, Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne. I love Fraxium, guys. I love Nathan Frazier. I love Axiom. And I love these guys as a tag team. But I have become very, very high on Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne. I think these guys are going to have very good careers in the WWE long term. These guys are just getting it. They're understanding exactly what WWE is. And I want to see them win. I'm fully predicting that they do win. And I think this is going to be a freaking really good match. Like, if you guys don't watch NXT, this is a match that you guys should definitely watch. It's going to be one of the hotter matches on the card. Tavion Heights did an excursion in Japan with Pro Wrestling Noah, and he really showed out. WWE officials were very impressed by that, which is why the partnerships are such a great thing for WWE. Miles Bourne, he's good, man. Like, these two guys, I feel like it's time to switch things up in the tag team division. Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne would be perfect candidates to do so, and I am fully predicting them to win. I also really just want to point this out too. No Quarter Catch Crew is really starting to come across good on TV. So I hope that whatever ends up happening with this group, they all make it to the main roster as a group, because I genuinely think it could be successful. It's already showing a lot of success in NXT. The next match that we have on the card is Lola Vice versus Jada Parker in an NXT Underground match. And this one's an interesting one. I love their feud. I'm really becoming a big fan of Jada Parker. I'm a really big fan of Lola Vice. I think Lola Vice could go to the main roster right now as it stands, not an issue. But it feels like sometimes Lola Vice needs a big win. And this is where my prediction actually becomes a little bit harder to really come out and be bold and confident, because I feel like WWE also needs to allow Jada Parker to get the win. Jada Parker is somebody who is completely, what a great signing that was. I mean, like, Jada Parker just simply gets it. She understands the mic work. She's improving a lot in the ring. I love this match. And NXT Underground matches, sometimes they hit, sometimes they don't. So I'm very nervous about how this match is going to be on like actual TV, but I'm super excited about it. And I think if I were the WWE, it might be time to call up Lola Vice. I know she hasn't touched the NXT Women's Championship yet, but if I'm being completely honest with you guys, if I could be so real with how dominant this women's division is and how stacked it is, let's move up Lola Vice, give Jada Parker the win, and let's focus on the next crop of women, which also are on the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. So, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, Zarya, Sol Ruka versus Ren Sinclair. Ren Sinclair, really, Maddie Rinkowski, right? You guys remember her? She became Ren Sinclair. It seemed very odd the way WWE changed her name and stuff, but she comes into NXT with the no quarter catch crew. She gets it. She understands it. She does really good with the character stuff. Not a bad wrestler. This is an opportunity for her to show the world what she can do. And the cool thing is, Sol Ruka is really, really good. Zarya is really, really good. Stephanie Vaquer is really, really good. Julia is really, really good. This is going to be a very, very, very fun match. And I honestly have a very hard time picking who's going to win. Guys, this is literally one of the hardest matches to predict because WWE is very clearly high on all of them. Plus, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and Zarya are like the 3 major signings that they've made in NXT. It's really beefed up the women's division. Part of me thinks WWE is incredibly high on having Julia win. So I do believe Julia will win. I do believe that she will go to Roxanne Perez and compete for the NXT Women's Championship. I think this could really lead to some great content in the following weeks. So I'm going to pick Julia. I think WWE looks at her as the primary signing to lead the women's division. But what's really cool about this is even if Julia wins, Stephanie Vickers, Zarya, Sol Ruka, Ren Sinclair, all 4 of those women are going to have an opportunity to get for the belt. It's actually going to lead to some really good content when Julia eventually wins the belt. She's going to need some really good competitors. Well done, Shawn Michaels. You have booked a very strong women's division, probably the strongest in all of professional wrestling right now. Julia is my pick, but this is going to be a barn burner. This is going to be a really, really, really good match. And I can't wait to see how it all goes down. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. We have Wesley, Ethan Page, Nathan Frazier, Javon Evans versus Eddie Thorpe. All these guys are in the match. Eddie Thorpe probably not going to be in the match. Maybe he will be, maybe he won't because he was attacked, but it doesn't matter because Eddie Thorpe is not winning this match regardless. I don't know the route that WWE is going to go here, but part of me thinks that they are going to go with Wesley. So for the simplification of this prediction, I'm just going to pick Wesley. I think Wesley winning, Wesley versus Trick, it could be a really good feud. We'll see what they do. Really hard to say, man. It's really hard to say. This one's also very tricky, but this is going to be fun. Nathan Frazier doing double duty. Javon Evans is going to go in there. There's going to be a lot of high-flying spots. Ethan Page is going to be a great heel. We'll see what happens with Eddie Thorpe. Who knows? But my pick is Wesley. And that leads us to our final match, which is Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland. And guys, I think this is where we get a surprise. I think Pentagón Jr. should be sitting in the crowd for this match. We don't know his situation with WWE. We know he's gone from AEW. I fully predict Penta will be in attendance for NXT. I think they should do the same thing they did with WrestleMania and Julia, right? Promoting Julia coming to WWE. At this point, don't keep it a surprise. Penta just left AEW. There's a lot of drama towards AEW. For AEW, it's not going to look as good in this particular situation if Penta, one day after being removed from the roster, is already in WWE. If I were WWE, if I'm bringing in Penta, I would announce Penta's signing. Have him sit in the crowd during this match. Reveal it, and then we just wait for a while until Rey Fenix is ready. Trick Williams versus Ridge Holland, though, is an interesting matchup. They're trying really hard to make Ridge a believable heel. Honestly, I don't really care for this build too much. This is the match I'm actually least excited for, and it has nothing to do with the two guys here. I think all these other matches have been built up so well, and I think this one has had a solid build, but I'm just not a big believer in it. I'm going to pick Trick Williams retaining, and I think it would be very smart to end with a face-off with Penta. Let Penta go for a singles run while we wait for Rey Fenix. And that's what I would personally do if I were the WWE. And I look forward to seeing what happens. Ladies and gentlemen, those are my predictions. Let me know what you think down below.